Hi everyone, it's Virshi again. Today we're back to another challenge day of IELTS speaking sample test. Today is day 18th. If you happen to watch this right now, this is probably more a personal practice. If you would like to continue to watch this video, you probably would hear about a band 6 or 6.5 for this type of sample test. I'm aiming for 7. Hopes I get to that point soon. Alright, so let's start it for today's sample test. So it's gonna be 3 parts, and part 1, after getting to know about personal information, we get some other question about other topic, and today's topic is television programs. First question: where do you usually watch TV programs or shows? Okay. I usually watch TV programs and shows on my TV, and it's in my living room at home, so probably most of the time I watch TV programs or shows at home. The reason is because I prefer to watch it with a big screen, and I can lay back on my sofa. Alright, so moving on to next question: what's your favorite TV program or show, and why? Maybe you already know about this. There's a moving trend from cable TV to share and applications programs. So nowadays I watch TV programs on the application called Netflix, and is include a lot of types of shows or program, from documentaries, movies, about science and animals, zoo, nature, environment. A lot of categories in this type of program. Or you can even watching YouTube and other type applications on your own TV at home. So because of that, I don't have a particular TV program or show. I prefer just watch randomly because I want to learn new things day by day. Alright, next one. Are there any programs or show you don't like watching? I think I don't like shows that do not bring a lot of values to me. For example, if someone just talk to their head, it's just some worthless meaning, worthless for me. On those, I love to explore all kinds of TVs, but if something is really not very useful, I will skip that program. Okay, next question: will you will watch more or fewer TV programs or shows in the future? Probably I will still keep on watching TV programs and shows in the future, because we now have a various categories that I can pick on, and because of that there's no limit to acquire more knowledge, and these kind of programs and shows are really useful if you put it in the right place. Okay, moving on to part 2. In this part I have 1 minute to prepare the note and 2 minutes to give a long turn talk. Basically long talks. Describe someone you know who started a business. Maybe I can say about who this person is, what work this person does, why this person decided to start a business, and explain whether you would like to do the same kind of work as this person. The tricky part about this question is about the person you know. Sometimes you have to make up an imagination, because not many person you know might started a business. Okay, so as a outgoing person, I have a lot of connections, network, friends. So fortunately, I could think of a few of persons, people that I know who started their own business. However, picking from one of those people, I think the most striking person I know is Mr. Allen. He's the one who started a business for the AI, the technology. So his company started as a sale company for Microsoft back many years ago, and at first he's like sales representative, and after some time he got a chance to expand his company to do software programming. So big companies, big corporations from the Western world, they outsource this type of work to other countries, and his company started to grow tremendously after that event. And what's striking and what really struck me about is because during the time that he opened his business, the type of business that is blooming in my country is real estate and banking industry at the time. However, he's had a foresight seeing that he need to go in another direction, stand out from the crowd, and he's picked up the technology industries 10 or 20 years ago, if I remember correctly. So that's why I make him so special, so unique. The far vision that he can see from the business is just jaw-dropping for young people like all of us. Okay, so let's move on to part 3. I think after getting to describe that person, we have some expand questions for part 2. Alright, so part 3. What kinds of jobs do young people not want to do in your country? Not want to do in your country? I believe that most people in my country do not like the jobs that have a repetitive task, simple tasks that day in and day out are the same, or tasks that pay very few salaries. For example, waiters or workers in the factories, or salespeople. So these type of jobs have a very high turnover. I mean, the rate that people quit their job and the company have to hire a new one. So those kind of job that a lot of people do not want to do in my country. Who is the best at advising young people about choosing a job, teachers or parents? Oh, this question is far more than just the picking between teachers or parents, because it depends on the background of that people. For example, if the teachers do not know much about the business world, the opportunities of the labor markets in the future, although that teachers might have a better chance of understanding their student, maybe better than parents if those parents are too hardworking. So the teachers maybe understand those students better than their own parents, but it doesn't guarantee that the teachers could give a good advice, because it still depends on the knowledge of the market, the outcome and the future markets of their children, of their students. For example, the AI have changed the world with a very fast pace, like a blink of an eye. So I think all forecasts from the past would be might be almost be, I would say almost all of them would be wrong with that invention of the AI. So I don't think who is the best for advising about choosing a job. The best one would be their own. They have to figure out what they could be, what is good for them, and what can be used in the long run. Alright, next question. Is money always the most important thing when you choosing a job? Again, there's no right or wrong answer for this question. There's no precise exact answer for this question. It is because it depends on the situations, it depends on the times. For example, if at the moment that person need to survive first, so they need to find a survival job, something that just pay the bills, waiters, service, factories, factory workers, or kinds of physical intense job. So those kind of things, I think, is for maybe for survival stage when they need to do so. And because of that, it's more about what condition that people are in, and is then the priorities of the thing that might be different. Some maybe after getting up to getting better above the survival stage, maybe they want to a better, higher incomes. Then after they had sufficient incomes, cash flow in, and they might want something else. It's not about money anymore, maybe about status, maybe about their brand name, their other things. So it's not always most important thing when choosing a job. Alright, next question about work-life balance. Do you agree that many people nowadays are under pressure to work longer hours and take less holiday? Agree and disagree. although that there are a lot of people nowadays are under this pressure to work longer hours because they have to provide food on the table for their families, and because of that they take less holiday, or even though the expenditure and the expenses, all the costs rising up. As you know, now the tuition fees for university is super high, so maybe they have to work more hours to secure better opportunities for their children, and that's because that's why a lot of people are doing so. However, on the other side of the world, there are people who prefer who fight for work-life balance. So because of that, there's new trend of people who prefer to work really hard, but then also take times to relax for holiday, for vacations, and then come back and work really hard. So yeah, so there are two types of people. Some they choose to work really hard, to play very hard. Some other try to work really hard to secure a better future for their family, and some just workaholic. So not all are the same, and yeah, so that's what I think about this. Okay, I think that's it for today. I think I need to improve on my closing up statement. It sounds like after answering the questions, I can't close up, can't give our rock conclusion, I think. Alright, thank you and see you tomorrow.